This is Pet Life Radio. Let's talk pets.
It's Oh Behave with Arden Moore, the show that teaches you how to have harmony in the household with your pets. Join Arden as she travels coast to coast to help millions better understand why cats and dogs do what they do. Get the latest scoop on famous faces, their perfectly pampered pets, and who's walking who in Rin Tin Tinseltown. From famous pet experts and best-selling authors to television and movie stars, you'll get the latest buzz from wagging tongues and tails. Garner great pet tips and have a doggone fur-flying fun time. So get ready for the pause and applause as we unleash your Oh Behave host, America's pet edutainer, Arden Moore.
Welcome to the Oh Behave show on Pet Life Radio. I'm your host, Arden Moore. Now, I want you to call over your four-legged friend right now. Get ready to smile, laugh, and maybe shed a wonderful tear or two. That's because it's time to jam with one of the doggone best musicians on the planet. Now, when it comes to strumming her guitar, singing meaningful vocals, or helping out a cause for animals, she's spot on. So, everyone, give pause and applause to the one and only Kimberley Dahme. Welcome to the show.
Oh my goodness, I'm honored. Thank you so much, Arden Moore. Thank you for having me on.
No problem. Hey, listeners, her name sounds familiar, right? It should. That's because she was the first female member of the group Boston. And for about a decade, she played bass and sang with this memorable band that's been around since way, way, way back. But she's also produced 5 solo albums, and today she's going to treat us to her latest release on today's show. Every time I say the word treat, Kimberly, my dogs here in my office go, treat? Treat? What? World?
Yes.
What?
Yes, mine would mull me over at the moment if I said that out loud.
Don't say the treat word.
Right.
So we're going to hear the song, and it's just the perfect song for all of us who have loved and been loved by a pet who has passed away. But the memories of our pet, you know this, listeners, they stay with us forever and forever. The song she wrote is called Lucy Lou, and it's on her late great dog. And we're going to listen to it later in the show. But you know what? We got to pay for the show, guys. So before we take this magical musical adventure with the one and only Kimberley Dahme, we're going to take this quick commercial break. So everybody, you know the drill. Sit and stay. We'll be right back.
Time for a pause. 4 furry ones, actually. Sit and stay. Oh Behave will be right back.
Hi, I'm Dana Humphrey, the founder of Whitegate PR. We have been specializing in PR and marketing in the pet industry for over 10 years. If you have a pet product or service you would like to promote, give us a call. We can help create awareness for your brand on TV, radio, magazines, newspapers, and blogs. Feel free to reach me directly at 619-414-9307 or learn more on our website at whitegatepr.com or follow us on Facebook.
Let's Talk Pets on PetLifeRadio.com. Oh Behave is back with more tail-wagging ways to achieve harmony in the household with your pets. Now, back to your fetching host, America's pet edutainer, Arden Moore.
Welcome back to the Oh Behave show on Pet Life Radio. I'm your host, Arden Moore. Our special guest today is musician and animal advocate, Kimberley Dahme. Yep, the same Kimberly who sang and played bass for Boston for 10 years. Man, you've been rocking it for a long time, Kimberly. We've got a lot to cover today. But what I really love is that not only you're wonderful on stage as a musician, but you've made making this a better planet for pets and animals in need as your causes, right?
Oh my goodness. Yes, it is one of my dreams to help. I've always loved animals to a fault. I mean, oh my goodness. I love them I know, don't look at me, I'll take you home, but I love animals. I love rescue animals. I mean, I love helping in any way I can. They're just so sweet.
What's the 411 on your 4-leggers in your house? Don't you have a special dog named Jake?
I do. Oh, I have 3 special dogs at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah, so
let's give them a shout out because dogs.
Thank you. Yes, we have Dixie. She's about 14. She's amazing. I have no idea what breed she is, but she's just gorgeous. And then we have Bailey, they both adopted us, just kind of showed up. And then we adopted a Great Dane, and who grew to be humongous, and his name's Jake, and they're all just, they just love you.
So you have Jake, Bailey, and who's the 14-year-old?
And Dixie. Okay. Yes.
All right, so Dixie's what we call a canine cocktail, because you really don't know her James, right?
And same with Bailey. We have no clue. Yes, but I think she has terrier in her because she keeps bringing treats from all around, and it's like, oh no. Yeah. She tends to I don't know, show up with items, or take our items into the neighbor's field and such. And so I'm constantly cleaning up after Bailey. Wow. I think she should have been named Bandit.
No, yeah, she goes, I'll answer that too. All dogs have
so wonderful, right? Though. Yes, right. There you go.
Well, I understand you grew up in California. What part?
I did. I'd like to say one area, but quite many places. I started in the Mojave Desert, grew up there mainly, and then eventually ended up more in Central California. Graduated from high school in Modesto, California.
Yeah.
Went to college in Sherlock, California, Stanislaus State University there, and then just continued on. Ended up in Arkansas. I was moving to Nashville, to become a music star.
Yes,
my dream.
You are.
Of my dream. Well, and anyway, but thank you. You're so sweet. But then we lived in Arkansas for a while to have our beautiful son, and then came over to Nashville. Been here 20 years now.
Wow.
And I love it. And today it's snowing beautiful outside.
Very. That's can't wait to part. Yeah, the country. I love Nashville.
Oh, it's so pretty. And we're kind of out in the country a ways, which I dearly love. So we've got 5 acres and creek area for the dogs. And it's just so fun.
All right.
Just feel so blessed. Yeah.
That is, now I understand you were in 5th grade and you were listening to Tom Scholz in Boston and loving it.
Right.
So what in the heck did a 5th grader who had a crush on the Boston band,
I know,
land the first gig as the first chick on the band? That band's been going strong since 75.
I know. It is crazy. I literally tried to have a cover band, and Tom is so sweet. Tom Scholz even signed this book that initially came out way back when, and I was actually in 6th grade and tried to have a cover band.
Oh, really?
Nobody could sing that high. Including myself. Brad Delp's vocals were just unbelievable. It's just so strange and beautiful how life just brings
How did it happen? How did you end up getting on the band?
Right. Okay. Yeah. So I had moved to Nashville to become a better singer-songwriter. And I thought at the time a country music artist. I was raised on both the very traditional country music and also rock and roll because of my brother, who was 3.5 years older than me, Darren Dahme. And so he had me going with the rock. It was just wonderful music listening. No one played or sang in my family. Wow. But then I moved to Nashville, and then I was touring with Tom Hambridge. Oh, an amazing singer-songwriter producer. He's won Grammys. And on his Balderdash album, Susan Tedeschi had sang, because he used to be her drummer and then produced her. And that went on. Anyway, so we were literally on tour in the Northeast, and we were playing this little place called the Sit-in Bull in Maynard, Massachusetts. Wow. And Tom Scholz and Gary Peel walked in, and they were looking for a drummer, actually. And we had 2 brilliant ones, Tom Hambridge himself, and I'm sorry, Kevin, I can't recall his last name at the moment, but just brilliant. And I was on electric guitar filling in, Susan Tedeschi's roles, which trying to, I should say. She's so
I think
phenomenal.
You succeeded.
Well, thank you. But then Tom was so sweet. He actually waited in line. I was signing autographs, and then he came up and asked if I could play bass. And I giggled, took a deep breath, and I'm like, well, first he asked if I knew who he was, and I'm like, yeah. Kind of huge fan. Yeah. And I couldn't really breathe, but then I said, yes, of course I can play bass. I'm not sure if I said that or I can learn. It was all a fog.
Oh, my gosh. That is just crazy, isn't it?
Oh, it gets more crazy. Okay. 3 months later, 3 months, I believe it. Well, yeah, it was about 3 months later. I debuted. I had never played bass in my lifetime. I've always admired it and loved it, and I find it so beautiful and sexy. It's just so fun. Anyway, so then I was on stage at the Fiesta Bowl, January 1st, 2002, in front of millions. With, standing next to Brad Delp and Tom Scholz performing the national anthem. It's the Fiesta Bowl 2002 on YouTube. You can check it out. It's unbelievable. Right. And then I got pregnant and had my beautiful baby daughter that year. And the band was so wonderful. They stood beside me and they were just amazing. Always have been. I'm a huge Boston fan. Well, and they're animal lovers too. They're vegetarians, and they help so many different rescues as well. So I believe we're all trying to do our best.
You were there you played with them for what, about 10 years?
I did, and then I had injured my arm in a skiing accident and couldn't play for a few years. And then I went out in 2014 on electric guitar, and we did a wonderful tour. It was brilliant. And then I came home, and I've been with my daughter. When I came home, my son had moved off to college, and it was like, your heart just like stops. Right. And I'm like, okay, I still have one at home. I have one more chance to be home a little bit more.
You want to give a shout out to your son and daughter? Yeah. You know the names of your dogs. What about you?
Oh, right.
Because they're going to tune in. I know. What's your...
Oh, Kenny Stanley is my son, and he's just an amazing drummer, and he's an electronic engineer. He's in his senior year at Tennessee Tech. He's just brilliant. Wow. My daughter is unbelievable. Singer-songwriter, plays French horn, mellophone, guitar, piano, you name it. And
what's her name?
Emily McCorvey. She was just on stage with me the other day. Yeah. I want to shout out to Justin Peters, who put all this together. He's a producer and heard like the idea that I had for Lucy Liu, and just, which was our rescue, which I'm sure that we're going to get to.
Yes, we are.
But, she was adorable. But I'm sorry. Please go ahead.
No, you're...
I'm jumping. I'm segueing.
You know why? Because you're passionate, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not even having to I don't know what else to ask this lady. Time to go by. No, there's just too much. And so we're going to talk more about Lucy Liu, not only the song, but also the wonderful, wonderful dog that you had. So let's all take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back.
Time for a walk on the red carpet, of course. Oh Behave will be back in a flash right after these messages.
Molly, here's your dinner. Zeus, that's not your food.
Don't let that happen to your precious cat. Elevate your cat's eating experience with the Cat Tree Tray. The Cat Tree Tray keeps your cat's food off the floor and conveniently located on the cat tree. It's the perfect way to eat. It's a beautiful wrought iron tray that easily attaches to your cat tree and keeps dogs and other critters out of your cat's dish. A must for multi-pet households. There's a 6-inch tray for large bowls and a 4-inch tray for smaller bowls. Purchase your Cat Tree Tray today. Go right now to cattreetray.com. That's cattreetray.com. cattreetray.com.
Pet Life Radio, the #1 pet radio network on the planet, joins forces with iHeartRadio to put the power of your pets in your pocket. Awesome! Download the iHeartRadio app and rock Pet Life Radio on your phone, on your tablet, on your Xbox, in your car. Pet talk, pet tunes, and fun pet times. Pet Life Radio and iHeartRadio. Positively Possum. Let's talk pets.
Let's talk pets
On Pet Life Radio.
Pet Life Radio.
PetLifeRadio.com.
Hey y'all, it's Kelly Pickler, and you're listening to Arden Moore on Oh Behave on Pet Life Radio. I love y'all.
We're back from the lot. Just checked the paper, and we had a record showing at the box. The letterbox, that is. Now back to Oh Behave. Here's Arden.
Welcome back to the Oh Behave show on Pet Life Radio. I am your host, Arden Moore, who is just delighted that we have Kimberley Dahme on our show. This woman is amazing. I'm just learning, peeling back more and more the layers, but she can rock it on stage, and she is someone you want. She is a pet's best friend and has been for a long time. And that just segues right into the whole new song that you guys are going to be treated to listen to. Mark Winter, our cool producer, is going to input the song. It's called Lucy Lou. And please tee us up on this one, Kimberley. Tell us what inspired you for this song.
Well, okay, the idea came from an amazing black lab, Lucy Lou, who we adopted, and she must have been, I don't know, at least 15 at the time. And she, she was really old, and anyway, she was supposed to be put down, but we had extra room. So we wanted her here, and I knew she had a few more good years. And I shared this idea with Justin Peters of Planet Records in Nashville, and he took it to a writing camp. So there's actually so many co-writers who are brilliant on this. And if I can give a quick shout out, because it's all of our doing, and I've never written with this many wonderful people. Myself, Kimberley Dahme, Justin Peters, Victoria Jackson, Laura Moore, Carolyn Cogswell, Jeremy Duff, Stephen Roop, and Omar Lagudali, excuse me. Isn't that beautiful? Lagudali. I hope I have that
like
right.
That. Yeah.
So they were all at a camp, and Lucy Lou had let us know that it was time, but she gave us an extra day. And it was just so sweet. I mean, it was I don't know, we've all had to go through it. It's a horrible thing to lose a pet, but it's such a blessing when you think of all the love you were able to give one another. But Lucy Lou, she just, her eyes and everything, she brought so much joy to our family that I'm hoping that, in memory of Lucy, that we can help promote other people to go to animal shelters and or just help, even if they can't adopt. Everybody needs a little help. So Lucy Lou was our lab, our black lab.
Well, she is living long and large forever, thanks to you. And I've been playing that song all morning long. And my favorite lyric is, "There's a dent in my bed and a hole in my heart." Oh, Lucy.
Now
Lou.
That's from Victoria Jackson.
Right?
Right?
That's great.
And
you
know Victoria Jackson from Saturday Night Live.
That's right.
Oh, I love her. That was her line. I was like, because it's so true. Haven't we all been there?
Yes.
when our babies are gone or something, and it's you can feel them there. But
we're gonna listen to it right now.
Well, thank you so much,
everybody. I told you you're going to be in a treat. This is Lucy Lou, performed by Kimberley Dahme.
Smile, walk the extra mile with me. You brought a piece of paradise. I'm gonna miss those eyes, Lucy Lou. I'm thankful to the Lord above. I had another day bed and I hold my heart loosely. I'll rescue to you, but I believe that I needed you more than you needed me. And I'm thankful to the Lord above. I had another day of your sweet love, and all the memories in my head, tears about to start. I'm down in my bed and a hole in my heart for losing you. Closer to the light and there, you're in a better place than I am.
Wow. I got to tell you, you are amazing. And see, it takes a village, but we all
It
need to talk about
does.
our pets. And I just think every day we're on this planet with our pets is a blessing. And I have 3 dogs and 2 cats. We got Bujo, Kona, Cleo, and our cool cats, Casey and Mikey. And,
Mikey.
you know, Mikey, they're awesome. My 16-year-old dog, Cleo, is actually a retired surf dog from California.
No way. I've always
And-
seen that.
Oh, she's 12 pounds soaking wet. And then we have Bujo, who is a big old, I call her my big black mountain. She's a Bernese mountain dog, met a Catahoula, and very shy but sweet. And
how much, if you don't mind? How much
she's
around
only
does she
60,
weigh?
she's only 65, 70 because
Okay.
of the Catahoula. And then
Yeah.
Kona, I call her Ice Cream Kona. She's
Ooh.
very nice Kona. She's a Jack Russell Terrier mix who teams up with my orange tabby Casey as the only cat and dog teaching team in the country teaching pet first aid.
Oh, that's brilliant. Oh,
she's
thank you for what
everybody
you do.
doing that. And then Mikey is a cat from the streets with that tipped ear, you know, because he was out and he goes, I would rather stay home and just sit on the heater. I'll let Casey and Kona go meet strangers.
I get that, especially as I get older. I'm like, yeah, you know, that feels really nice in the warm.
But they all harmonize.
Here, so.
Yeah, they harmonize together. But
do they? Do you now? Mine, if I play harmonica,
yeah,
Jake, goes off. He sings
Really?
his heart out. He sings his heart out. I have to send you a video.
I would love it.
And then Bailey, every now and then, when she's in the mood, will do harmony.
You
And
could
Dixie
have-
just
you could
looks
have
at them and rolls her eyes, like, really?
I didn't even know we have a backup vocal band right there.
I
with tail
know.
whack.
I know. And my kid, I mean, we just had to create our own family band.
That is awesome. So the other thing that we're going to put on the show, because I think it's very important, and you can give us a little more detail, but Kimberly also produced a PSA. So it's a very important message. And what I really took home from it is the line, remember, when you adopt a rescue, you're not just opening your home, but your heart with a hope for a better life. So Mark, I'm going to ask you one more time, our cool producer, please play this very, very special PSA from Kimberley Dahme.
I'm losing you.
Hi, I'm Kimberley Dahme, former bassist and vocalist of the rock band Boston. Thank you for tuning in to High Plains Radio Network of Texas. Every day around the world there are unexpected tragedies happening that have left our fur friends without a home, a warm place to sleep, without food. Many habitats are destroyed, leaving so many desperately in need of homes. In this time of uncertainty, you may be the only chance they have of survival. Every animal deserves to have a home, a place where they feel safe and loved. I urge you to visit Paw's Pet Adoption in Plainview, Paw Pals and Hale Center, or your local animal shelter. And please download my song Lucy Lou about rescues today. Remember, when you adopt a rescue, you're not just opening your home, but your heart, with hope for a better life. Thank you.
Wow. Hey, Kimberly, tell me the little background on this, because I know you mentioned High Plains Radio Network of Texas, but what's the whole deal with this PSA, and how can we help get this message across?
Basically, what's going on is I know that there's so many people in need, but with all the wildfires, like in California, the floods in Texas, I mean, just all of these natural disasters all over the world, I'd like to do what I can do to bring attention to the animals that are displaced and they're ending up in shelters without homes. And they've been through some awful experiences. They need loving homes. And our local animal shelters, because these animals have been displaced, are inundated with a lot of animals. I know my favorite one over here, Must-Love Danes, is all of a sudden has like 70 animals, beautiful Great Danes just waiting to be adopted. And even if you can't adopt an animal, they still are in need of food. And just support, like maybe just, even if you can't do anything, just a card saying, good job. We appreciate you. Just like with our firefighters and our servicemen and our police officers. It's just whatever we can do to support them. And our animals are just as much in need. And they're just here to love us.
Absolutely. Well, you adopt, get Jake from the Must-Love Danes out of, it's in Tennessee, right?
It is. Oh, Jill Harrell's brilliant. Just amazing. She's the reason we've been able to keep Jake, because he's went through different times and he's humongous. He's 180 pounds. And so we went through phases that I was scared I wouldn't be able to handle him with my daughter, but like she helped us through different phases. She would take him and train him and bring him home and train us to understand how to handle an animal of that size.
Okay. And this is Jill Harrell. She's with Must-Love Danes.
Jill Harrell, Must-Love Danes, yes. And that's just one. I just want people to assist their local shelters, in any way that they can. And if you can adopt, it really, you think you're saving their lives, but Lucy Lou really, she gave more to us.
The fact that you adopted a senior, I salute you, because they really
they're
need
adorable.
homes.
They're potty trained. And they're adorable.
And
they're
you know what?
thankful.
You know their personality. You don't have any surprises, right?
Right, absolutely. And you do want to know if whichever animal you adopt is safe with your children. So it is important to know the breed, know their instincts. Look it up online. Google their breed. Google what you want for your family.
And this one from, she got Jake from, folks, is called Must-Love Danes Rescue. And it's in Tennessee. So, I think that is wonderful.
Thank you.
You posted, we want to give people an idea of how to follow you on social media. So we do have the website, which is KimberleyDahme.com. And that's,
and
folks,
I will be updating that real soon, like
that's okay. Well, we'll go to Facebook. Facebook is Kimberley Dahme, singer-songwriter.
Singer-songwriter, correct. Yes.
And there's
Kimberley
a couple of E's in the Kimberly name, guys. And
there are.
Dahme is her spelling of her last name.
Yeah, it's a little strange as well. Dahme, yeah.
Well, I just think Vanna White should be on the show here and get all these vowels, right?
I know. I should have simplified years ago, but it's too late now.
No, keep your unique.
I am who I am.
Now, I understand the song, Lucy Lou. When did it first debut? But it's already rocking in 7 countries, right?
It is. I'm so glad that it's taking off, and everybody can download it on iTunes if you want, and which we appreciate as well. Just to hear what's going on. It's also on YouTube. If you can't download it, we want it to be shared with everyone. It's just a love story.
Story for all. And now, what's up for you next? What are you performing somewhere, or what's on the docket for you now?
I have got so many irons in the fire. I'm writing a book, an inspirational one, I pray, kind of a, but then, of course, my computer crashed. And so, isn't that funny? Well, you just wonder if maybe I needed to rewrite it. So I'm reworking it, because I want it to become inspirational and share a lot of the stories that have created my life, my journey. It's been there's a lot of really interesting stories and things to share with people, hopefully to help people. I also want to start teaching. I went and to Bristol Recording Studios recently in Boston, Massachusetts. Had the pleasure of working with students from Berkeley that had like, say, 4 years of training.
Okay.
And I got to work with them, like to how to apply it. So that's so fun. But I am totally hitting the road in 2018. So do keep an eye at KimberleyDahme.com.
Well, we're going to be Facebook buds now. I just asked you to be my friend. And if you go to,
right on there.
just go to Arden Moore and you'll be on my Facebook page and you'll see the
Wonderful.
what kind of crazy stuff we're up to in the pet world. But I just got to tell you, we've had over 300 shows, and I love your energy, and you just keep giving. You're really.
I love what you're doing.
Giving you paws up.
Thank you. Paws up to you. Paws to the air.
That's right. So on behalf of Kona and Casey and Bujo and Cleo and Mikey, we want Dixie and Jay and Bailey.
Yeah.
You gotta get a treat. Treat.
I know. I you know what? I'm gonna do it right now.
Okay,
as soon as we hang up, they are gonna get a treat. I said it. They're running towards me.
Hey, any parting message you want to give to our listeners? Again, folks, we're speaking with the amazing Kimberley Dahme, and her song is called Lucy Lou. You got to get it. You got to listen to it. This is going to be a song that you're going to want in your heart forever. I really am impressed by the lyrics, and I know it was a team effort, but, you know, Lucy Lou's up there going, yeah, paws up, yeah.
Right? Oh, I feel her. I feel her energy here. It's wonderful. I would just really like to thank you and Mark for listening and just for everything that you do in helping the pet world. Myself and all the listeners, we'd like to thank you.
Well,
behave.
All right, guys. So, again, I want to thank our special guest, Kimberley Dahme. Yep, she was with Boston, and she is an amazing musician, and she's there for our pets and animals in need. And we already told you to go to her Facebook page. Remember, make sure we get this right. Go ahead.
Kimberley Dahme, singer-songwriter.
Yeah, I got it. Also, before we go, I know there's a special thank you or shout out you wanted to give. Kimberley, take it away.
I really want to thank Justin Peters and Planet Records in Nashville, Tennessee for making all this happen. So thank you so much, Planet Records.
Woohoo! We did it! Okay, party on. And I also want to thank our producer, Mark Winter. He is the Wizard of Paws. He makes this show and all the shows on Pet Life Radio happen. And so until next time, folks, this is your flea-free host, Arden Moore, delivering just 2 words to all you 2, 3, and 4-leggers out there. All behave.
Coast to coast and around the world, it's All Behave with Arden Moore. Find out why cats and dogs do the things they do, and get the latest buzz from wagging tongues and tails in Rin Tin Tinseltown. From famous pet experts and best-selling authors to television and movie stars, you'll get great tail-wagging pet tips and have a fur-flying fun time. All Behave with America's pet edutainer, Arden Moore. Every week on demand, only on PetLifeRadio.com.